people speak, the Russian people act. Mutiny, insurrection, violence. Intolerable oppression endures. The flames are reduced to smoldering embers, and smolder they do. We ask but little, the people say. Idle dreams, replies the Tsar. To Siberia, to every cell and dungeon, Russia's greatest poet Alexander Pushkin has sent his people their only solace. The heavy hanging chains will fall, the walls will crumble at a word, and freedom greet you in the light, and brothers give you back the sword. Remote from the Tsar's police, but still under their shadow, is the backbone of Russia, the peasant, the mujik, scattered across the immensity of the plains, the steppes he knows as Holy Russia, Mother Russia. The strength of the soil is in him, and so is the passive submission bred by unchanging centuries of seed time and harvest, orthodoxy and autocracy. Of Russia's 130 million people, most are peasants, released from serfdom in 1861 by Alexander II, only to be bent anew under the iron yoke of ignorance and superstition. The 20th, a malignant stir of discontent and coming convulsion runs through the impassive countryside, and some of the landowners know it. The air is heavy with ominous things. Breathing and living has become difficult as before a storm. The mujik is sullenly silent. But the peasants have a champion, Leo Tolstoy, who dedicates his waning years to the improvement of the peasantry, to the idea of Christian brotherhood. Erupting from a medieval past, Russia knows no Renaissance, no Reformation, no Age of Reason. Yet in the 19th century, she produced a group of brilliant intellectuals whose contribution to Western common motif was the freedom of man. Change must come to Russia. But Tolstoy warns his countrymen, every revolution by force only puts more violent means of enslavement into the hands of those in power. Revolution by force. Outside Russia, in Paris, in Munich, in Zurich, in exile, another Russian intellectual plots and dreams day and night. Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov, known to the Russian underground as Lenin, a brilliant, bitter, dedicated man. Aided by his wife Krupskaya, he propagates with fanaticism the theories of Karl Marx. Class warfare, abolition of private property, dictatorship of the proletariat. Propaganda, he spreads the vow of Marx's manifesto. The communists disdain to conceal their views and aims. They openly declare that their ends can be obtained only by the forcible overthrow of all existing social conditions. Let the ruling classes tremble at a communist revolution. The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. And Lenin adds, give me an organization of revolutionaries and I will turn Russia upside down. He has it. But the Akhrana, the secret political police, is alert. It strikes hard. It strikes often. The idealists and the fanatics, the dreamers and the brutes, the innocent and the guilty, all who raise a voice against autocracy have a common experience: persecution. simplest way of life, and they ride through that life in traditional indifference, wrapped in the sham security of privilege and power. This is the flower of imperial Russia. Wealth and leisure amid accumulated splendors from a regal past and the magnificence of an ancient, unquestioned faith. The Orthodox Church, rooted in the heritage of the Near East, of Byzantium, equally aloof from Catholic Rome and Protestant Europe, embodies the concept of Holy Russia, custodian of the one truth, and above the Church, above everything, above everyone, the little Father, the Anointed One, the all-highest person, the most Orthodox Tsar, Nicholas II, Emperor and Autocrat of all the Russias, Imperial Majesty. Born of history, surrounded by pomp and ritual and ceremony, hemmed in by courtiers and Cossacks, Nicholas II, 13th of the Romanovs, is the last gasp of the Holy Tsar, as unhealthy as it is unholy. At his father's deathbed, Nicholas asked, "What am I to do? What is going to become of Russia? I am not yet prepared to be Tsar. I don't even know how to talk to the ministers." And so it remains. Oh, when will it ever be possible for us to live quietly like decent people? Asked the Tsarina. The imperial yacht provides part of the answer. Here, the man who rules Russia enjoys his family and his few friends on calm sea waters before the turning of the tide. Gracious and serene is Livatno, the Tsar's summer palace in the Crimea, the Russian Riviera. To an intimate friend, Nicholas confides, "Down here, I feel strong and rested, as always in the life-giving Crimea. Dips in the sea, walks, and above all, a feeling of freedom." Behind the marble facades of splendid villas, behind the silks, laces, and fabulous jewels of their occupants, behind the vigilant crack regiments who maintain the status quo, lurks a specter of revolution. But the court, immeasurably remote from dingy cellars where plots are born and societies crumble, still has its being in ages past, and moves dreamlike in the atmosphere of Nivolia, of absolute obedience to the little father. The Tsar is Russia. But if the Tsar is Russia, he is also a human being who likes to play photographer as his wife, son, and 4 daughters play tag. Charming, carefree hours in the fading day of an age that soon will be no more. Her Imperial Majesty, the Empress of all the Russias, Alexandra Fyodorovna, willful, superstitious granddaughter of Queen Victoria, sets herself implacably against every move for change and progress. Nothing shall ever change in any way the holy, orthodox, autocratic government of Imperial Russia. In the Crimea, in the capital of St. Petersburg, at the country seats of the great landowners, the privileged few dance away the ominous years in fancy dress, in haute couture, in heart-breaking ignorance.